Hello and welcome here to the opening round of Season 8 of the Rei Sportscar Championship here at the Tsukuba circuit, and here in the new Mazda Roadster touring car. A new season, so many new members and a lot of new rules. We've now got two divisions for you here in the Rei Sportscar Championship based on driver ability. The fastest drivers here are in Division 1, with some of the slower drivers in Division 2 to allow for competitive racing for all members. One of our new members is on pole position here in Division 1. 5S in his debut round took a fantastic pole position here at Tsukuba. In second place was Sig Rezonico, the first of the Italians, with Bradders V in third place. Now, it was an incredibly close qualifying session, especially in 4th, 5th and 6th, as 4th, Paquito, 5th, Snake 96 and 6th, My Family Team, all got the exact same qualifying time. Absolutely amazing stuff. 7th place, returning to the Rei Sportscar Championship, is Skedaddle, formerly known as Opvacost. Meanwhile, in 8th place is Mr. Missy Amatko. In 9th place is the Irish driver Ross21, with rounding out the top 10 being Al Zappi. In 11th place is the classic British driver Scanny Flick, with another debutant Yes Mate GT in 12th. And then rounding out the field in the meme machine is Samios there in 13th. So as we get away here at Tsukuba, this is a sprint race. There we've got every single driver on racing soft tyres. There's no tyre wear, no fuel for people to worry about. It's going to be flat out racing all the way through. Turismo 5S, debutant here at the Rei Sportscar Championship, looking to get away, and we are go here with a rolling start with Sig Rezonico here trying to close behind. There is a bit of a gap forming there between 3rd and 4th place, but as we're going to turn 1, 5S actually going very, very wide, but he gets a fantastic exit here through the little kinks here towards turn 2. You can see we've got some absolutely fantastic liveries this season, as we just check out some of them. And we can see it's still pretty close. This is an incredibly competitive field. Every single driver has 100% power and 100% weight. Oh, and that's there is actually a gap forming now. 5th and 6th place is a big gap, and that is because Skedaddle is right on the back of My Family Team. So My Family Team is a debutant to the Rei Sportscar Championship, but it wasn't the best qualifying for him. And we've also got Matko and Ross very close here near the back of the top 10. Meanwhile, things are still actually pretty calm near the top 5, but if we go back to 8th and 9th, we've got Matko on the inside. Ross going all the way around the outside. Is that going to work? No, it does not. He tries to cut now to the inside. As we go on board with him, we can see the headlights are up here. It is quite early here in the Japanese county, and Matko stays ahead for now. As we just look further back, with Al Zappi here right on the grass. And then we've got Scanny, Yes Mate and Sammy rounding out the field. But as we go back to the lead, we can see how close this 5-car train is. And that's an amazing camera angle for you all. So the Turismo team livery there leading the way. Now there are no points for fastest lap, but that's certainly not going to stop them pushing hard. We have a 58.5, but it's 4/10 gained from Sig Rezonico as he almost goes down the inside for turn 1. And if we go on board here with 2nd place Sig Rezonico, as we see he's right on the back of the American, or a little bit of contact with Sig Rezonico, and there we can see Bradders V in the rear view mirror with Paquito very close behind. Just further back, and it's a little bit calmer now. We've still got Ross and Matko fighting. Oh, and Samios has sorry, no, Scanny's actually lost out here in the opening few laps. So Scanny there in the orange and teal livery. He did qualify, I think, in 11th, but he's dropped down behind Yes Mate. Let's actually catch a replay of that if we can. Oh, a little bit of an aggressive move, a bit over the curbing, but Yes Mate there takes 11th position there on the third lap of the race. But if we go back now to the more recent footage, if we look at the lead, you can see how close they're getting to the grass there on the inside, for the outside of turn 1. It's going to be incredibly hard for these drivers to overtake, but these are very, very skilled drivers, so I'm sure they'll find a way somehow. We've already seen one aggressive move here into turn 2, and that's slightly very close there with Urbiquito and Brothers V. Here is delivery of Urbiquito, number 74 and current champion here after winning season 7 in the Porsche 962C. Another new driver is that of Snake, who this is just his second race in the Rei Sportscar Championship after taking part in a special event at the Nürburgring. And I think actually Sig is the closest he has been here to the race leader. Oh, and that's so loose there for 5S. He's had to go to the inside. Sig Rezanico on the outside here. But he's not going to overtake there, surely not. And that's going to give Brothers V an opportunity to close in here. So to go down towards turn 2, and Sig actually being quite sensible there. Not going for the move. He tries to get a good exit as we see the headlights. Very, very happy there to go down towards the Dunlop sort of bridge. Are we going to see any more moves into this happen? No. Very, very sensible from all of them, it seems. That's a mistake, a very small mistake from our race leader, 5S, in his debut event. And that allows Sig Rezanico to just get... So 5S has actually had to make a defensive move there into the braking zone. And now Sig getting a fantastic run out of that final turn. He's in 4th gear, using all the track he can. Almost gets loose on the grass, but that's fantastic defence there. Is going to turn 1 side by side, and it's side by side further back with Urbiquito on the inside of Brothers V with a fantastic move. But we've still got side by side with our race leaders as they knock over a couple of cones. And I think Sig's done it. Sig with a fantastic overtake there. Took him a few corners. Oh, bit of contact. That was not nice. Urbiquito, I think, got on the curb on the inside of that second turn and maybe pushed Turismo 5S slightly wide. So in the space of 2 turns it's gone from an American leading to an Italian 1-2, but that's a dive and a half, and I think that's worked out for him very, very well. And now Brothers V somehow dropped to 5th as well in all of that, because Snake has now moved from 5th to 3rd. So in the space of about, what, 45 seconds, the entire top 5 has changed. Urbiquito very, very wide, giving a lot of room on the inside. Oh, bit of contact. And actually that was almost 5S in the wall. Urbiquito going to the inside. Oh, and there's a big amount of contact. Seems as if that Snake went for the defensive line, but it was a bit too late. And actually, what's happened here with my family team and Brothers V? So where's Brothers V was watching that unfold? Well, that's a punt and a half, yeah, for my family team. Just hitting the rear and side of Brothers V. So it's going towards turn 2. My family team actually just going towards the side of the track, and Brothers V therefore retakes 5th place. As we look further back, we've got Skedaddle, who's still in 7th place. Ross and Matko have been pretty close. Alzapi in 10th, slightly on the grass. Sammy back in 11th. Sammy and Yes Mate here, all really, really close here, fighting not to be last in the race. Ooh, that's a bit aggressive there from the British driver. That sends Sammy off the American down to 13th. Maybe a few harsh words said after that, but if we go back to the front, we can see they're going almost 3 wide through the final turn, and I think they're 3 wide as they come across the line. So it's now 5S there who takes the lead there. He was around the outside at the final turn. Let's just catch a replay of that from a different camera angle. So, so Sig Rezanico has gone incredibly wide. Sorry for missing this. So as we get this aerial shot, Sig Rezanico has accelerated way too early, got onto the grass, you can see him there, jumping over the curb, right into the wall, and as we go on board here with the American, yeah, able to just slingshot straight past, and therefore we can actually we can actually get this on board here from one of the other Italians as he goes down the inside. And yeah, Sig there with that very peculiar mistake there, drops from first to third. What this is also doing is allowing Skedaddle in 7th place to join this fight, and we've now got 7 cars within about 3 seconds. Oh, I see. I hear tyre squealing, but no contact, surprisingly. So we've got 3 Italians, 2 Americans, a British driver, and a Norwegian here, all very, very close together. But wait, what just happened there? Oh, okay. I thought that maybe my family team and Skedaddle dropped off slightly, but they're still in the same positions. But if we go back towards here, we've got Snake having to defend from Brothers V, and we've also got Sig Nico defending from Paquito. So Sig has actually got past Paquito there on the inside. That wasn't a defensive move, that was an overtake into the final turn, and this might allow 5S to get away as the Italians battle. Ooh, what's happening there? We've got Brothers V on the inside, and that's actually very clean driving from the both of them, and Snake is holding it around the outside. We go into this sort of more aerial view, and yet Snake's pulled that off very, very well. So great racing between those two. But to go back towards the lead, look how close this are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So close. Very consistent lap times, and these sprint races are providing so much enjoyment. Oh, is that Paquito going for a move? No, that wasn't to be. But Sig has got a fantastic exit from that turn. He made a... Oh, we've got my family team getting loose in the background. But if we focus on the lead here, are they really going to go for a move? No, 5S actually makes the defensive move on the inside. Sig is therefore going to have a fantastic exit out of this turn. 5S using a lot of that green AstroTurf, as are pretty much everyone else around him. Sig around the outside again. We've seen this move attempted a few times and it doesn't work off, and actually gives Paquito a slight chance, but I think if anything it cost him a little bit of time. Right now anyone could win this race, and Sig's dived down the inside. I think he might have missed a braking point. He's taken the lead. Was that too dirty? Well, it's not for me to judge right now, I'm just commentating, but that has pushed Sig into the lead, Paquito into second, and 5S into third. It's been very argy-bargy racing, but there has been a certain level of respect as 5S makes an amazing overtake there, down the inside. Oh, Snake's off the track. That's a weird one, let's catch that on a replay. Oh, so Snake has lost it under control, and then here coming out of the corner, he's side by side with Brothers V, and oh no, I don't know. Snake suddenly ends up in the grass. I'm not too sure if there was contact, but that drops him down to 6th and potentially 7th, as we see there the fantastic liveried car, the red, white and blue car there of Skedaddle, which was made by Alex Sinclair, moving into 6th place. Now, I do want to catch some of the action, but I don't want to miss anything up front, so they're all fine, it seems, through turn 2. So let's go a little bit further back as Skedaddle, Snake and Ross are all close together. And Mako's in this. We have a 9-car train, it seems. This is amazing here for the Rei Sportscar Championship. So competitive. We've got Al Zappi in 10th, Samios in 11th, Yesmate in 12th, and Scani in 13th. I don't want to ignore them. As we go back up front, and we've got Skedaddle here on the inside of my family team. So this could be an overtake that we've seen sort of coming for a while now. Skedaddle's been stuck behind him for the entire race. Down the inside, I think slight contact with the rear right of my family team. Would he go down the inside? No, he's too far back for that. Skedaddle in 5th place, but Skedaddle braked far too late. Holds it around the outside, it seems. Yeah, he does. Let's go back up front. Sig Nico leads, and yeah, I think that was still the same as last lap, although with all the positions changing, that could be wrong. No, I think it was Sig leading with 5S second and Paquito third, so still no positions changing. Brothers V's actually now got a little bit of a gap here in 4th due to Skedaddle and my family team battling it out. And here they are. Oh, and Skedaddle went far too late. That's a big error there. After waiting 10 laps to overtake him, he makes one mistake and drops back. And now we've got Snake and Ross on the tail. We've also got Matko there in 9th. Alzapi on his own in 10th, Yesmate in 11th, Scanny in 12th, and sadly it seems that Samios has actually retired from the race after a spin, but he can join us for race 2. He did seem to drop away from the end of the field. That might actually work out here for Keto, our current, well, reigning champion. Down the inside, but no, and all that's doing is allowing Sig to build a gap. So Sig now has a gap of around 7/10 of a second, which is, I think, the biggest gap we've had for the race lead since the start of the race. Oh, I don't know if there was contact there, but 5S was very wide at the apex. But he had a better run there with some of the camber and the banking there at that fantastic hairpin. Going around the outside. Keto on the inside holding it. Bradesvi actually looking to maybe get into the podium places here. And as we go into turn 1, Bradesvi's actually around the outside. We've still got Paquito on the inside. 5S stays in 2nd place, so great stuff there from 5S. We can see how close it is there at the back of sort of the likes of Ross and Matko, and that was a very poor mistake from Paquito. And Paquito's actually slowing up to let 5S through, but Bradesvi sneaks through as well. Bradesvi has actually run wide though. So yeah, Paquito doing the honourable thing after that incident. He might be able to regain that position from Bradesvi though. And he does. My family team is therefore going to have a fantastic opportunity as we go on board with him. We can see in our rear view mirror Skedaddle close behind, but he made that mistake at the hairpin a couple of laps ago. He'll be kicking himself for that. So with the incident there between 5S and Paquito, that's allowed Sig to pull away even further, and now Paquito's having to lose even more time battling out with Bradesvi. Bradesvi on the inside, brakes very early as my family team attempts to go around the outside. Oh, look how close Skedaddle is in that mirror there on the right hand side. And that's a defensive move. Into, oh, was that contact? There might have been a slight tap, I'm not too sure. My family team moves into 4th place, but Bradesvi's still on the outside. My family team holds it there, going under the Dunlop Bridge. He moves into 4th place. Skedaddle, therefore, is now on the back of Bradesvi for the first time in this race. As we just go further back, we've got Snake. Oh, that's a very late defensive move from Snake, and he's pushing him even further. Ross is not going to be happy about that. We then got Matko close behind. Let's just go on board here of the hood. Well, it's all clean going into turn 1. As we go back to this battle for 2nd, 5S holding on. But considering he was on pole position, he might be disappointed dropping down with Sig taking the lead. Now Sig qualified 2nd, but Sig was only 4 thousandths of a second faster than Bradesvi, and Bradesvi was only 10 thousandths of a second, or 100th faster than Paquito, my family team, and Snake 96. Oh, we got some... No. Okay, I mistakenly thought there was some side-by-side racing, but Snake is still holding on there with 7th place in the number 27 car. We're just going to have a quick look at some of the other liveries here in Division 1. So we got this fantastic yellow and black livery, we then got the grey and red of Matko. We've got the Pepsi Alzapi car, Yesmate GT in the number 12, and Scanny Flick in the number 6, orange and teal. As we go back towards turn 2, we can see that my family team is looking very aggressive, hoping for a podium position. He did feel a little bit disappointed with his qualifying position. With those 3 set in the same lap time, it was actually my family team who started at the back of those 3 as he set the qualifying time last. But he is making amends, it seems, right now. Bradesvi in 5th. not too disappointing, but he is a two-time Rei Sportscar Championship winner, might like to be doing a little bit better. Skedaddle, he won the first ever season of the Rei Sportscar Championship, he's running in 6th. And then we've got Snake and Ross and Matko still very, very close at the front. Now, a driver that we haven't really spoken about much in the last 5 laps is Sig Rezenico, because he has just simply pulled away. He's escaped the pack, he's escaped the carnage, and this could be his first win in a very long time here in the Rei Sportscar Championship. Meanwhile, 5S has had a pretty, apart from Sig getting by, it's been a pretty fantastic defensive performance from him. He did make that one slight error on the grass at the exit of the final turn, and my family team trying to dive. Oh, that's dirty. My family team hitting the rear corner of Paquito and actually almost sending him around. He's still fighting on the inside, which is a bit of a lost cause, I feel, and he slots in behind, but that has really given 5S a bit of a gap here. We've just got 2 laps to go as they cross the line, and Paquito going for the defensive move instantly as he crossed the start-finish line. Almost goes into 5S. Bradesby almost goes into my family team, but adding no contact from any of them. And Skedaddle's now looking for a top 5 finish. Oh, Skedaddle almost going for the move, but Bradesby cut him off. Oh, Skedaddle on the inside. Oh, they're still side by side. But no, my family team in 4th, Bradesby still in 5th. Skedaddle having to settle for 6th. Meanwhile, the battle is now very close with 2nd and 3rd. Now, that had separated a bit after the incident between Paquito and 5S, as Paquito almost hits 5S, but he stays on. A little bit of weaving, but not necessarily a defensive move made just yet. No need to, as he stays on the racing line going into the final turn. We're just going to have a quick look back. We've got Snake on the outside of Ross. I think Ross has finally gone for the move, but we're going to have to go up front because we've got my family team with a massive dive bomb. Hits the side panel there of Urbaquito. Oh, that's controversial. That was quite a big dive bomb, it seems. Let's say catch a replay. So if we go on board, he's a few tenths back. Well, he did stay to the inside of the curbing, so maybe not too much for a dive bomb. We'll see what the stewards think. He did stay to the inside of the corner, however, and then to go back into turn 2. Oh, Paquito going over the curb, making the move. My family team then turned in. Bad contact between the two. Paquito now in 3rd place. Yeah, we're going to have a steward's investigation, I think, about that. We got Skedaddle on the outside of Bradesby. I think Bradesby playing it very, very safe. We're going to very quickly... Ooh, what has happened here? We're going to go on board for a solid few seconds. We're going to go on board with Matko here in 9th place, who watches the 2 cars ahead as we go. Ooh. Oh, so Ross has lost control. I don't know if he lost control due to contact, but Ross there was very high on the inside curb, and Matko has got caught up in that as well. That's given Snake a very easy 7th place. Ross drops down to 9th, Alzappi 10th, Yes Mate 11th. We'll get to Scani in 12th later, but crossing the line with an amazing performance. We haven't spoken about him much, but Sig Rezenico winning his first race in a long time. 5S in 2nd, Paquito in 3rd, my family team in 4th, Bradesby in 5th, Skedaddle in 6th, Snake in 7th, Matko in 8th with that incident there, with Ross 8th and 9th, Alzappi rounding out the top 10, Yes Mate 11th, Scani Flick 12th. We hope you enjoyed race 1 of Division 1.